This week, for the first time ever, we're in Grenada in the Eastern Caribbean. The southernmost of the Windward Islands, this English-speaking country lies about 100 miles north of South America. Grenada sits right below the hurricane belt, so it's a safe haven for the cruising community to gather during hurricane season. After leaving Florida May 17th, we finally arrived safely here. After quite a few delays and breakdowns, 5 weeks later, we're finally able to breathe, relax, and explore for a few days until we haul the boat out and finally get the rudders fixed. One of our favorite things to do when arriving in a new place is rent a car and explore inland. Grenada, as well as many other Caribbean countries that were settled by the British, drive on the left side of the road, as you can see.
So if you've been watching Renee and I and our children sail around the world for the last 8 years, you know we have learned a lot. We have learned so much about how to live this lifestyle. If you're interested in knowing more about that, check out bluewatercruisingplan.com. That is where you will learn all the secrets that we've learned over the last 8 years. We show you those things. We have a live free workshop on July 20th. Let us show you what we've learned so you don't make the same mistakes I have in 8 years of sailing. If you're interested in this life, even if you don't know if you're interested, check it out. Spend the time. It's an hour and a half, 2-hour workshop. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. It's on Zoom. You'll be in the comfort of your own home. And check it out. It may convince you to stop pursuing this. You may think, oh, that's not for me, but check us out, come look at it, live the dream, change your life. I promise you it won't be a waste of your time. And once again, I look forward to seeing you guys out there on the water.
All right, folks, we are about to get hauled out here in Grenada. We're gonna put the boat on the hard, drop the rudders, get them fixed, and fly back to the U.S. So here we go.
All right, they're ready.
I know, I just started a final load of laundry, just 2 things.
Fine, we'll be done by the time we get there.
Okay. Here we go. Whee! And Luke and Emily are still here to help us, but as soon as we get the boat off the hard, they're leaving, we're leaving, everybody's dispersing. The season will be over. How are you feeling?
I'm always nervous.
Are you?
We got wind blowing us.
Yeah.
It's always nervous. Just once we get in the slipway, it's okay, but getting in the slipway is always a stressor.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is okay.
Oh, that's my laundry.
You're gonna throw that other line on the starboard side. So be ready.
Good. So apparently it's the rule that we have to take the sails down when you're going to store it on the hard. Oh wow, look at the storms. Oh boy. It looks like pretty hectic weather coming. We're not going to wait for the storm to pass? Oh, I guess not. Okay, we're out. Come on, guys.
Go, 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 go.
Don't fall. Don't fall. far so good.
So far so good. I'm wet like a cat.
I think we're all a little wet.
But just grease. I don't know why it feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, we got copper coat. That was the last time. We've owned this catamaran for 6 years and have hauled it out several times for various reasons. When we bought the boat, of course, for the initial haul out and inspection in June of 2018. Again in March of 2019 in Florida to drill holes in the bottom of the boat for the new B&G sensors. In December of 2019, we hauled out at Marsden Cove Marina in New Zealand to install the new Magic anti-fouling bottom paint. In March of 2020, just a few months later, we hauled out after sitting in the marina in New Zealand to check the Magic anti-foul, which looked to be doing nicely. However, just minutes after we'd hauled out, COVID-19 hit the world and we had to go right back in the water and into a 6-week lockdown. 1 year later, in February of 21, in Queensland, Australia, at the Boatworks, to check up on the Magic anti-fouling, which turned out to be not doing very good as there was lots and lots of growth. So 3 months later, in May of 21, we hauled out in Western Australia to remove the failed anti-foul and to put on new traditional anti-fouling and give her a nice new paint job. And finally, 2 years later, which was 1 year ago, we hauled out in Greece to get copper coat anti-fouling put on, which Keith had been wanting since day one of buying the boat. There's the rudders that he fixed. They still look good, huh? It looks big when she's out of the water. Looks big when it's out of the water. Oh. All right. Yeah, it's good. He's raising it up so we can get it out. There you go. You need help?
You need help?
No, they're going to put us right next to this, right in front of this privilege, which is very similar, almost identical to our boat. Except we have a mast and a different paint job. And now we're taking off the straps. Oh, just enough. Oh, careful. Does not want to come off, huh?
Doesn't want to come out. Huh? Okay.
I don't know why it's not coming out.
All right, talk to me.
All right. Well, we got the boat on the hard. Bottom looks really good. This rudder's the one that got possibly taken off by the Orca, and this one's the one we fixed in Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. This is called the DYI.
DYI rudder.
Get her done, get her there. Get her done and get her there. If you've never heard that phrase, get her done, get her there. You know, this gets you there.
Yep.
And it got us there, by golly. It was a good idea.
Yep.
Anyway, we're going to have the rudders repaired. We also am getting what we call the bearing.
Cutlass bearing.
Cutlass bearings. So these cutlass bearings are going to get changed out right here.
Okay.
We're going to get new cutlass bearings. And that's it. Oh, and they're going to repair some of the little fiberglass dings and dungs here and there.
Dings and dongs.
And
How is the copper coat?
copper coat is great.
Yeah.
The only issue with
It's
the
not-
copper coat is when before we put it in the water and grease, they didn't sand it good. They didn't activate the copper coat. And that's why it looks like this versus looking like a lighter color. But this time we're going to get her sanded, and it's going to be hot and bothered when we get it back in the water.
Is that something we're going to do when we get back here?
No, I'm going to pay somebody to do it.
Excellent.
Yeah. Me and Mama's days of working hard are...
Our helpers are going to be gone.
Our helpers going to... Me and Mom got to put the prop shafts back in. We got to put the propellers on.
Oh, goody.
But other than that, we're in pretty good shape.
Right, and we're leaving to be off the boat for about a month.
Yep. Me and Mom going back to the States. We're going to say goodbye to Finn in the States of Montana.
Just going to start van life.
It's been a tough week for us. It's been a tough week and a half.
Yep.
It's been tough. We for those of you who don't know, I'm sure most of you guys who watch us, we lost a dear friend of our children and a dear friend of ours down in Tonga, JJ Rice. He's a good kid. Anyway, and that coupled with our children leaving, it's just been tough. It's been tough. And it's just put a big cloud over our summer and all the things we're dealing with. But we're going to get through it. Me and Renee love each other, at least right now. And, if you see us on Criminals Come to Justice in a few months, you'll know that she poisoned me and sent me overboard. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you guys out there on the water.
Well, this is it. This is Finn's last
moments on the boat for a
season, yeah. If you come back next year after the holidays.
Yeah.
But if you
I'll be
don't,
back at some point.
yeah. Cleaned everything up, closed it up. Well, we kind of cleaned it. Keith still has projects to do when we get back here, so I get to help him with them.
It's hot here in Grenada.
Oh man, it is hot. It is hot when you don't have a breeze going through in the marina.
Renee, you need these sunglasses?
Nope. It's a nice marina though. It is packed out with boats. I mean, packed out. Boats everywhere. This is a safe place for hurricane zone, I suppose.
Hey, I'm done in here. I'm locking it up.
All right. Boats everywhere.
All right.
All right, how you feel about Finn leaving?
I don't like it. I don't want to talk about it.
Vamos.
What a tough season we've had this year. Last few months have been brutal. Brutal. It's so hot outside and cool in here. This is a no smoking flight. This is the what is it, the hot box flight? Finn, I love you. I'm gonna miss you.
Miss the Nader, man.
I don't know, we might not make it off the plane. This could be
We might not make it off the plane. This looks
could
like
be
it's getting...
World War III just started. We're the first victims. Grenada's invading the American Airlines. I guess.
It's over.
Somebody fought it.
Somebody fought it.
Well, we made it to Dallas, and we came down here because Finn needs to get his driver's license. He got his permit a few months ago, and because he hadn't been in the U.S. Since he turned 16 in order to get his permit. So he had to hold his permit for 6 months or until he turned 18, and he turned 18 the other day in June. So we're here to get a week's worth of driving practice in. He's done a little bit, but he needs to get a lot more in. Every day he's going to be driving, and then he'll take his test. And then we'll head up to Montana for him to get in his van, and he'll take off on his van life adventure on his own. Back in February of this year, we drove from Montana to Washington for Finn to purchase his very own Volkswagen van again in order to set off on a van life adventure in the coming months. He drove the 600 miles there and back, but it was mostly highway driving, so we still want him to get lots of suburban and city street practice before he heads out on his own.
But this is my Volkswagen van again.
This is it, baby! And he'll be sharing his van life journey on his YouTube channel, so make sure to stay tuned for that. So, yeah, a lot of you have asked if we were going to go to Tonga. Like Keith mentioned earlier, we lost a dear friend. It's pretty hard to talk about still. It was, at this point when you're seeing this, it was a few weeks ago, might be a month ago. Jack and Kate went to Tonga to spend the summer with JJ Rice, who's 18 years old, and his family. They own the resort. And JJ's sister is Lily, and she's 16, and so they're dear family friends. We've known them for many, many years. And just a couple weeks in, JJ had a free diving accident and had a shallow water blackout, and he passed away. And so it was very traumatic, very difficult to accept and talk about and cope with. JJ was the master repairman on the boats and stuff, so Jack has picked up those responsibilities, and he's taking care of what JJ left behind. In fact, JJ was in our videos over the years, just a couple of them when we were in Tonga. He actually came onto the boat in Italy not too long ago.
I'm JJ. I've come all the way from Tonga, where I met Zatara. What was it? How long ago was it, Jack?
4 or 5 years ago.
3
years ago.
Yeah.
So you going to the Olympics?
I'd love to go to the Olympics. That'd be lovely.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And he was in Jack's most recent YouTube video as well. They were working on some electrical stuff together, and then they were going to go kiting. That was one of JJ's passions, was kite foiling. In fact, he was hoping to go to the Olympics this year in that sport, and so it was something he was very passionate about and very, very good at.
So this is JJ. And me and him, we're kind of work buddies now. He tells me, he knows what to do. I just tag along, basically. Dude, where are you from? Because you have an accent. Golly, man.
I was born in the States, but I've lived here in Tonga my whole life. My parents are both British, and yeah, we just moved to Tonga when I was 3, and my sisters are 2 and 1.
Enough of the chit chat. We wanted to finish this project because we could feel the wind was just pumping. We wanted to get out there, so we rushed it up and got it done. Okay, project is done. Now it's time for the kite. I gotta suit up.
And we want to go to Tonga. I want to hug Jack and Kate and JJ's parents and his family and everybody that knew him. But we've got some responsibilities here with Finn for now. So we might head back up there after we get Finn off to Montana and after he sets off on his own adventure. I just don't know yet if I think Jack and Kate want their time alone there. They want this time of responsibility and independence, and it's been very good for them. Not the accident. That's been traumatic. That has been inconceivable. And I just want to thank so many of you who reached out. I made a post recently when I was finally able to come to grips with the whole thing. And many of you have lost young children, young adults in a similar way, and I just thank you so much for your condolences, for your thoughts and your prayers, and the Rice family thanks you so much, because they're never going to get over this. You don't ever get over losing a child. I personally don't know. I've never lost an adult child. We've lost an unborn baby. It's totally different. Anyway, so Finn is driving. He's practicing driving. He's learning how to drive Keith's Toyota Land Cruiser for now until we get another family member's vehicle. He's going to practice a little easier car to take his test in. All right, guys, you know Keith got the new little Toyota Land Cruiser. So that's what we drive around when we're in Texas. And Finn is getting used to driving a standard. Maybe.
still reverse there. Push it and reverse it. No, reverse is open. You'll
All
actually.
right, y'all have fun. That'll happen many times as he learns how to drive stick shift. There you go. All right, guys, how did I end up in the car? Well, here I am. I'm in the car now. Keith says he's driving really good. Good driver.
Especially on a.
Oh, we're
All
gonna
right,
go.
so where it rolls back. No, leave it like you were.
I wasn't in reverse. I was.
You were. Okay, now before taking your brake off, go back a little more. Okay, let's say we're sitting on a hill like this, okay? And this is where it is, and we don't have a choice. And we can't roll forward because we're gonna hit a car.
Yeah.
Let off on, hold the brake,
Yeah.
and load the engine up at the clutch. Till you start to hear it. Okay, now let off the brake and go to the gas. And keep letting off the clutch. And there you go. And that's how you do it on a hill.
You like this better than your little Vanagon?
No.
No, you like your Vanagon.
I'm gonna get a stereo.
Yeah, air conditioning. This doesn't have air conditioning.
Mine doesn't have air conditioning, but it's in the mountains, so.
Oh, it doesn't.
I'm gonna go left here.
All right. Now we're in Keith's mom's car, which is super easy to drive. Don't you think, Finn?
I think very easy to
It's
drive.
like very easy to
I
drive.
think it's too easy. I might accidentally get in a wreck. Because, well, purposely get in a wreck.
Way different than the Land Cruiser.
There's a lot less to think about.
Do they take points if you don't hold the 3 and 9 position on the wheels?
What's it like this?
I don't remember.
I think you got to keep your hands up there.
I don't know. We could ask Jack. He failed his first test. Come back next week, guys, and hopefully he'll have his driver's license. And don't forget to hop over and sign up for the Blue Water Cruising free live workshop on July 20th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to bluewatercruisingplan.com and have a great weekend. See you next week.